evening, ladies. We're moving on with our learning. An introduction to the book. There are a few things we need to know about this book. First of all, our approach won't be asking a question and then answering. Asking a question and then answering is something that we're going to build it one floor after the other and then set an organized, clear image or building in our heads. Because when we do this method of asking a question and then answering and then asking a question and then answering, it's very, very hard to give you answers that are properly built and that they're very clear from beginning to end. And when you do this, you usually end up having more questions, new ones, because of the answer that wasn't clear. So this is what we're going to do, and inside the structure we're going to build, it's not only that we're going to answer the questions we talked about in the last video, we're also going to answer so many other questions. And the most critical thing is order, which means everything needs to be clear and understood before we move on to the next step, which means after every video, please let me know that you listened and that everything was clear and you completely understood what I wanted to say. And if you didn't, let me know so I can explain or send another video or something like that. So before we build the next floor, our fundamentals, are the things we're basing on, are clear and very well understood. What are we going to learn? The first thing we're going to learn are the basic things, or the fundamentals that our creation is based on, and what is the purpose of this world. We're going to talk about creation itself and the different elements it contains, different spiritual elements, and what is the interaction between them. We're going to talk about human being and what does it mean exactly, and everything that is related to people, the soul, and our purpose here, and our actions, and so on and so forth. We're going to talk about a lot of things. We're going to talk about which means what is Hashem's approach inside the creation, which means Hashem created the world and He created us, but then what does Hashem do with this creation? Or how does Hashem reveal Himself or not reveal Himself, and why? And what is the end goal, and what is the point of everything? What is the end goal for Hashem that leads Him to behave with us in any way that we see in this world? The last thing we're going to talk about is how we bring all these things to our private life and implement them in our daily life. There are two ground rules we'll have to talk about. First of all, we're going to talk about Hashem. We're going to learn about Hashem, or how Hashem revealed Himself in the creation. We're going to talk about Hashem a lot. And the most fundamental thing is to know that every term we're referring to Hashem, every kind of verb, any kind of adjective we're referring to Hashem, it's not exactly as we hear it, which means Hashem is the God that created us, that created the world, that created the entire universe. And the entire universe is nothing compared to Hashem. We are at no level to understand Hashem. And if I say Hashem wanted, it's not the way we imagine it in our heads, like a person wants. Okay, so Hashem wants. No, it's something completely different. It's something that we won't be able to understand. And we're taking terms or words from our world, things that we can understand, but don't try to limit Hashem into our world or to human behavior or to human feelings, because it's not how it works. Another thing is to know that every single thing we say, we're just going to, we call it b'ktzeh hamazlek, which means it's like we're touching it with the edge of our fork. But but really every single term we're going to talk about, there is so much to learn about it. So know that I'm saying just a little, and if there's something that is not clear, please let me know and I will explain more. But we're going to talk about so many things, and we won't be able to learn every single one of them really properly to the bottom go through the Talmud, go through the Mishnah, go through the Zohar and Kabbalah and everything. It's impossible. So we're going to try and just take a little bit of everything, hoping to form a picture that makes sense and is logical, B'ezrat Hashem. And that's it. I can't wait to start, and I will send to you another video tomorrow. Bye, good evening.